sliceofsci-fi.com.
Hi, I'm Joe Maloney here with SLICEnews, and I'm at Hypno Comics. And we're here at the signing of Elfquest.
Been a reader since I was like 13. On the way home from school.
So that was last year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. Times being between. But I would drive from school and we'd stop at a comic book stop until my mom came to pick us up. And your comics were the things that I read.
This lovely lady. What's your name?
Alexandra.
Alexandra made. Alexandra made a little plush chibi cutter.
You know, at first when she walked up, I could only see like the top here, and I thought, oh, she made cookies.
And he has a little top knot. He's got his little vest and his little armband and feathers, and his little
That is the most
breech.
insanely, awesomely, wonderful, cutest thing I have seen in. That's just insane. That's within 15 minutes. That's up on Facebook.
Yeah, but we
That's-
got to keep Wolfie away from that because Wolfie would.
Yeah.
He would.
Wolfie would make short shrift.
And just so you know, Cutter and Strongbow are my favorite. They're my first elf crushes. So it was like
Well, and they're completely
Elf
different.
crushes.
Yes,
They
elf. You
are.
haven't heard the term elf crush?
I've heard lots of other fill-in-the-blank crush, but I guess this is my
Yes,
first.
elf crushes.
there's a little crush for everything, right?
Well, they're completely different physical types, so
yeah,
I
they are.
I appreciate that you have
Yeah.
wide tastes.
Thanks.
I think I was like 13. I saw it in the grocery store as a kid, and I was like, "What is this? I had to ask my mom to buy it for me." So I was like, "Buy me this book, please." And I was like hooked, and I was like, "There's comic books to this?" So I had to go down the street.
So you
to this
got
place.
you got the pros first.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
From the novel, I actually found the web graphics at the local comic book shop, so that way after that I was able to, oh, I like this. This is really cool. Never got a chance to send in for any of the stuff that was in the back. You know, I was like, oh. It was a little late by that time, but
Well,
Yeah.
well, Dark Horse is going to have goodies, so
Dark Horse.
you'll have a
We're gonna
chance.
have stuff.
Yeah, we're
it's
going to
good
have
to see
stuff.
you at Dark Horse.
No,
too.
it's not stuff. It's swag,
Swag.
isn't it? That's the technical term.
Swag.
Swag.
Well, I appreciate everything so much, and I'm glad that you're still continuing to write stories and illustrate them as well.
I gotta tell you, I love being able to go on the Elfquest webpage and go and look at the comic books for references for the images. Because you know, since I'm drawing, I want it just to at least
Sure.
resemble your artwork. It will never be your artwork, but it can be slightly have a feeling of it.
Well, now, do you take the time also to draw from life?
Oh yes, yes.
Good.
Yes.
Good, because you know anybody who tells me they learned how to draw from my work, I always say, okay, then start over again.
Yeah, the anatomy is a little
Because-
different.
Because you got to know the rules before you
true.
break them.
Absolutely.
So, you know,
And-
and so I'm so glad to hear that you're drawing from life.
She learned a lot as she was growing up from other artists, but she had also just drawn and drawn and drawn trees and horses and dogs and people every day to learn the rules before she put on her own style.
Absolutely, because if you don't have the fundamentals and the basics.
No, and
Yeah.
you can't turn a character 360.
And sometimes I really
It's-
wish I could, because you can't see the back of the outfit.
Sure you do. I do them from all angles.
Yeah, I just gotta find it.
Life's tough when you're an artist.
And how old is your daughter?
I have a 14 and a 13-year-old, and they're both. You saw them. They're kind of getting into it still. It's not quite their thing.
It's
They're
one of the
more
best.
anime, but still,
Yeah.
it's like I could tell them, and they've asked to read these.
Oh yeah, and
It's
you
one
can.
of our favorite
yeah,
things
yeah.
when a parent says, I want to share this with my kids,
Yeah.
because you are taking the lead and you're taking the responsibility to, you know what they can take and what they can't.
Right.
And so you'll guide them. And that's wonderful. We love that.
And if they like anime, you can tell them that Elfquest was the first anime-influenced comic in America.
Oh, I'll have to tell them.
Yeah, back in 1970.
Yeah.
So you have influenced how I draw. I mean, I'm not an do comic books or anything, but you've influenced my style by following your style. It's beautiful and strong but soft, and I love it so much.
Well, thank you so much. And do you have your own characters that you've
I
created?
haven't really. I mean, I've done a couple of like self elves and things, but they're not as near and dear to my heart as your elves.
Oh.
SliceofSci-Fi.com.